Hey, good morning. How's everybody doing? Glad you have a great day so far. I just dropped off my princess at school, and on my way back, and I thought it's something I wanted to express. I want to share with you. So, in light of the events that happened at the Capitol building on the 6th of January, just 2 days ago, that some supporters of the president stormed the building, and as a result, 4 of them lost their lives. One of which, in particular, that a female Air Force veteran got shot or tried to scale a barricade with quite a few officers right behind her. So let's talk about that incident particularly. So I was able to watch a video of some guy, probably one of these people that actually are trespassing into the Capitol building, and have a very close-up video of what had happened during that incident. So the video started out with the security officer on the other side of the barricade was aiming his pistol at the trespasser. I call her right at this point. It's his trespasser, and she is an Air Force veteran, 14-year female. She's female, a veteran officer, been a veteran of the Air Force. So for a few seconds, his aim was moving up as she was scaling the barricade on the far right of the screen. Right behind her was one civilian clothes officer, security officer, and then 4 other uniformed police officer. And right behind them, there are a few more that's in the column that actually trying to dislodge a group of protesters. As she tried to scale the wall, the barricade, about 2 or 3 feet up, that security officer on the other side of the barricade stepped forward out of his hiding, out of his cover, fired a single shot, hit her, presumably at this point was on her neck, and killed her. She fell backward. And another police officer right behind her is trying to help her. So she fell back and died. My question is, in this country, justice is blind, supposed to be blind. Justice needs to be served equally. And why I was saying that, okay, in this case, I'm sure they're gonna say that she was threatening. Well, this trespasser, or the 14-year Air Force veteran, had only on her was her MAGA hat, no face cover, no riot gear, no weapon, unarmed. But yet she got shot, while there are many police officers right behind her that trying to dislodge her. And comparing this incident to other incidents that we have seen during the entire years of riotings, of burning in the city around the country. The nominees at that time, the nominees of the Democratic ticket, Kamala and Joe Biden, encouraging that group of rioters to continue expressing their First Amendment. In no time, they ever condemn the burning, the looting, and call for the stop of all those activities. But let's put that back for a minute. Now let's talk about the police officer response to this incident and those incidents out there in a city across America. You see videos of police officer got shot in the head, got injured, and they show quite a bit of restraint. Some got even to the police officer's face, just millimeter or inch apart, spitting, talking trash, cussing at them, and they were just standing there and taking all those in. These people was in the threatened postures and very much was just the only difference is that it's not having a swing. Now, when they have riot gears on, they have face mask on, gas mask on. Those things that I guess just in case that if police officer fire tear gas at them. But yet, police officers show restraint at all those threatening situations. But here, we have a female just scaling the wall and got shot. Why? Why is that? Why do we have so much of a difference in responding to situations? One is, I can say, non-threatening, and so many others that are so threatening, but restraints are shown at those people that are actually burning, looting, killing people, private citizens out there. While this lady trying to scale a wall, a little barricade that preventing them coming near contact with the lawmakers. So our lawmakers' lives are more important than private citizens, worth more protection, would deserve deadly force to be enforced at all times. Are we private citizen lives don't worth that much? So if we are showing restraint to those situations, why don't we use the same restraint now in this case? And if we don't show restraint in this case, why didn't we use the same deadly force to protect the private citizen? At the end, those are the people that actually pay the salary for these people, for the lawmakers. Why don't we deserve the same justice? I would just leave the question as such. Now, the second item I want to talk about is the results of that incident. The Democrats and a lot of rhinos, Republican in names only, at the Hills was trying to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove the president 12 days away from the actual inaugurations of the cheater Biden, should I say, to become the president. So their reasoning was they are blaming it on the president. Excuse me? The only thing the president called was for the people to express, to show their agreement with what had happened in the elections, and that they want to see action to secure the elections, to see all those voting fraud claims be examined. But while these lawmakers and the Washington elite is ignoring, he never called for violence. In fact, he's actually condemned. He's actually called them to stop. Call immediately condemning and calling them to restrain, to show restraint. But no, that didn't stop these rhinos and swamp creatures to claim that the president incites violence. And some of these tech giants actually go one step further, banning him completely on their platform. Well, mind you, these same platforms allow mass murderers like the Iran leaders who recently called for the death of the president. No, those people are still on the platform. But in the meanwhile, they are banning our president for the actions of a few. And those are the people that storm the Capitol, whether they support the president or not, they are adults. They are not children. They are there to show support for the president, and if they take an action on their own, they take their actions. When did the president ever incite anything? And comparing what the president asked to what Kamala and Joe Biden did during the entire year, almost the entire year of violence across America. How is that different? Well, the difference in between the presidents and those two are he issues call for calm, for non-violence, for obeying the law. Those two never did. Actually, they're encouraging you go out there, you protest, and those protests always turn into violent protests. People, business destroyed, looted, people's lives are ruined, either killed, taken, or injured. Those innocent people, not the protests. The people that got impact in those events are the victims, the people that the authorities should be protecting. But no. In this case, the people that got injured are those people taking action into their own hands. They lost their lives. While to some of us, those are patriotic. To those knuckleheads out there, they're calling all kind of names, insurrections, and oh my gosh, if you look up a dictionary, open a dictionary, you're gonna find all those words in there. But I don't think they understand what those means anyway. So why do we have different tiers of justice, of reacting to situations? Well, these guys up there, these bloodsuckers in Washington, D.C. are so comfortable with these cabalas of powers that they anything threatened to their status quo, they will go out of force to make sure that they are still in charge, remaining in Washington, D.C. and remove any obstacle that might hinder what they're trying to do, destroy America. So what should we do? We will continue to call out, to protest those guys. So let's start with our representative, making sure that they understand we will not stand for all this crap, what they're doing up there. And anyone and anybody that continue this shenanigans in Washington, we'll make sure they are primary out. I am just above pissed. But anyway, that's my gripes for the morning. I had my coffee Friday morning. With that, I will send this video out to wish you guys a happy Friday, happy weekend. Take care of them kiddos. Be happy with them, and continue marching together.